Tough spot here for the defense. Let's see if they can step up. We drop in on a first down in the red zone. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 19 carries, 99 yards.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing now is lobbying the offensive coordinator all week long. Hey, how about a few more touches? He's one big game away from maybe leading the league.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a pretty big early test for the defense coming up. What can they dial up here to try and thwart this third down situation? Mayfield now from the 50. Ebron caught left side. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the... So here's the situation upcoming. Second quarter, third down, and this defense just trying to force the field goal attempt. On third down, Mayfield. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 30. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they get themselves. Second quarter, this defense looking for a big third down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense. On third down, it's Prescott. Flush to his right. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. He opted to go with it. Coming up here, this defense looking for a third down stop in the second quarter. Mayfield with it once more. Screenplay, Johnson. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down. Coming up here, this defense looking for a third down stop in the second quarter. To throw, Mayfield. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he picks up the first before he's... This offense has marched the ball down the field nicely. In good position, can they finish the drive off? First and 10 from the red zone now. Mayfield. And Jones has it over the middle. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. The Browns try to get back and set quickly here. Time ticking away. Mayfield now. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. And again, it's Mayfield. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. David Irving in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, first down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on second down.
Throwing, Mayfield. His pass caught with the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field, and now what he's trying to do.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in. So they just got the ball off the interception. Now can this offense take advantage? Great field position, 1st and 10 in the red zone. They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Marvin Jones. So a big 3rd down coming up here for the defense, trying to preserve a very slim lead in the 3rd quarter. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Buying time to his left. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the... Well, this one's getting good now. 4th quarter. Tie game. This defense looking for a huge 3rd down stop. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And he connects with Ebron. 85 catches for him on the year now, and the result there is... Time to get you back live again. This offense in the red zone as they've got it 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He gets it to Thomas. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now Mayfield under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Taco Charlton, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. Well, this one's getting good now. 4th quarter, tie game. This defense looking for a huge 3rd down stop. On 3rd down, Elliott. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. We'll give him 10 yards.
Stop them.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they're facing a big third down now in this tie ball game. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And they have taken the lead here. So this offense trailing by 3. They need to either get into field goal range to tie it or push it all the way into the end zone to win it. They have 2 timeouts on their side. Back to throw. Underneath for Johnson. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it's a second down. He'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. He's back to throw. Ebron's got it. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Back to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Mayfield looks to throw, and the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's a chicken ball.
3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game. Although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sideline.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes... Still scoreless here in the first, but a third down situation forthcoming. Let's get into the action. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He sets to fight, and this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A big early third down here for this defense as they look to hold on and force a field goal try. 3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. It's caught. Jones. And down inside the 15 he goes. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Thomas has got it, complete. The numbers for Thomas from last week's effort. 6 catches, 53 yards.
And in doing preparation for the game, you notice where guys rank in the league in terms of statistical categories. He's 4th in the league in receiving yards. That caught my attention in a positive way.
2nd down, Mayfield. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. So they just got the ball off the interception. Now can this offense take advantage? Great field position, 1st and 10 in the red zone. Following the interception, Mayfield. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Coming up here, this defense looking for a 3rd down stop in the 2nd quarter. On 3rd down, Jackson to the right side and complete to Hurst. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hayden. A solid drive here has this offense in really good position. Can they finish the drive off? Let's find out. It's 1st and 10 inside the red zone. From the red zone now, Mayfield. Flushed out right. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Just over 90 seconds to go in the first half. The offense with a football, but they have it in their own territory. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. 1st down, Mayfield. Looking downfield for Jones. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to. Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. Wide open receiver complete. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
We know it's tough enough to pick up first downs on third down plays, but when you go for it on fourth down, sometimes you're actually just praying, and on that play, the prayer is answered.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. That one goes for 24 yards. And again, it's Mayfield. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Well, surprise, surprise. First and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak, no running play. They decide to throw for it, but the pressure got to him quickly and put the quarterback down.
Mayfield now on second down. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. The Browns on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and goal. From the gun, Mayfield. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. A big play coming up for this defensive unit. They're down, but just by a bit on the scoreboard. Can they get this third down stop in the third quarter? Mayfield. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That's caught. It's Thomas. That's 30 yards now in the last 2 plays. Back-to-back 15-yarders. And they're rolling. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a big third down coming up here for the defense, trying to preserve a very slim lead in the third quarter.
Let's go! Blue Lightning!
On third down, Jackson playing with a catch right side. And he'll take it down shy to 45 at the 46. A big play coming up for this defensive unit. They're down, but just by a bit on the scoreboard. Can they get this third down stop in the third quarter? This complete to Jones. And he's taken down inside the 30. That'll move the sticks for the Browns. A gain of... Time to get you back live again. This offense in the red zone as they've got it 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Good move by Duke. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still sit.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Throwing.
Oh,
Mayfield.
come on.
And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. A touchdown and an extra point would tie this game late. What can this defense do now that their opponents are in the red zone?
All right, here we go. Green.
Here's a first down run with Collins. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Now let's go. Green.
They go again with Collins. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. For this offense here, they've got the football inside the red zone. That's the good news, but they're facing a 3rd and 5, so a full 5 yards to go here to see if they can pick it up. Mayfield to throw it, and this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Can't be kidding me.
To the right, that's a bad miss, no good. And a costly one there as this game remains. This defense looking to preserve the tie and try to keep this offense out of field goal range here late.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a give to Collins. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
In me.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw is Jackson. To throw on 3rd down. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
And he's going to take this one down to the 25. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
All right, here we go. 319.
Again, Cunningham here on the ground. Open space inside the 10. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. So this offense now in a spot where they have to hit the end zone. A field goal does them no good at this deficit. They have 2 timeouts remaining. Back to throw. He gets it to Thomas. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Yeah.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Detroit! Detroit!
He's back to throw. Underneath for Johnson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Timeout offense.
And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll look to throw.
Double 98-22.
And he connects with Ebron.
I just texted it. I'm just gonna text her.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Trying to squeeze it in there at this stage of the game. You got to take a job to knock it away, though.
You're so right. Understanding where they are in the game, you got to take that opportunity and maybe thread the needle. Unable to get it done there.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is taken in at the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
No, so stop.
Hurry up, here we go!
Cunningham. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs. Jackson.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Now Jackson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Jackson to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call, but when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to him. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Jackson now. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jamie Collins coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Yeah, it does.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Landry now on the return. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
The first throw in overtime for Mayfield now. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Mayfield, and he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 39 that time. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They go play action here on 1st down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Bud Dupree in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. Part of the reason we're in overtime, all the interceptions he's thrown in this game, but that was a good throw right there.
Hey, he's really not daunted, is he, partner? I mean, it's been interception palooza for him, and he's still pushing it downfield.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
December.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to look deep down the field.
No, mess up.
Inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A huge play there in overtime. 43 yards. Well, in overtime, I think coaches always wondering, where's that magic line for my kicker? They're already in field goal range after that big play.
I'm glad you brought that up because that magic line can change throughout the game. It's constantly being updated by teams. It starts with pregame. Okay, how do you feel? As the game goes on, they might ask him again, still feel that same number? Is it a different number? Right hash, left hash, what do you need? And that goes into the play calling in OT.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early.
False start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Here's Cunningham. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Green 39. Green 39.
On third down, it's Cunningham. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime.
Oh, I'm gonna be in the balcony, man.
Now, let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
Okay, I sent it. Yeah, I've been 3 years on this. It's under 3 years.
Now, let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
Yeah, they're pretty good. They beat me by 3. I'm 7-5 too. Alright, guys, what? Pitches on this? No, pitches on this suck. I think it's funny. Because Tom Brady's on this anymore. Oh, wait a minute. I think it's not on. But off. I don't know. It's I turn it off. This one down on. Oh, for the Rams. Whew. This is a good team. Yeah, the beat me too. Wait a minute. I could still get a first one by. This one, two, this team loses in one game. I win my last. Oh. Fields pass by. Oh no, Steelers pass by. I'm about to go my second playoffs. This time I'm gonna stop winning that. Check a really good player. I need to beat Pittsburgh. So about Jens get a first one by.
The bell is tolled. Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. The numbers for Bell on the ground of the game last week. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? What a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 19. Now Roethlisberger going to hand the bell. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19.
Let's go. Ready? Black 20.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience is early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now Mayfield. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A look at the numbers for Thomas from a week ago. 10 catches, 132 yards, and a touchdown.
3rd in the league in receiving yards, and that's a strong number. That means he's being consistent each and every time out.
The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Eric Ebron with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Now, this is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Lee's got it over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs. So a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right, in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their 38. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And a nice gain at 21 yards. They go play action. Mayfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. 95 catches for him now on the year, and it's a 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Eric Ebron, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. Still 1st quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them. From throwing the ball to him.
This will be fielded on the back. Out of the end zone.
Okay, so
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half.
I can't
I'm
tell.
not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
This game out
and he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
It's 2020.
Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
What?
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out.
Oh, active.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Losing.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout. Injured player.
Game.
While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
It wasn't Pittsburgh. I hate that move.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Black 80! Black, it's on!
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. And able to push his way forward here for a good little game.
3 touchdowns.
They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
Patriots on this?
For some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
6-6.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. As we take a look at the playoff picture, and certainly a lot of jostling still to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
Yeah, exciting for us because we get to talk about it, and at the end of the day, 6 teams are going to go from each conference, and guess what? We're going to have a playoff. But nerve-wracking for all the people involved, all the teams, because they're goal is to get there. And anything less than that makes the season a disappointment. So they've got to be primed now for a big finish to their season.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Mayfield to throw it. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Mayfield down. Wide open receiver complete. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch.
I hate when that
happens. Both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. He was trying time for this. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game. And the head coach said, I'll take him. I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
On second down, Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, and making sure it was a catch.
The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now whistles here before the snap, but it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved.
False start, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. And that false start
look at the score right now.
Cause here, 2nd down and long.
Davidson doing a good
To
job.
throw here, Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete.
And offense, doing
Some
a
of the
good job
fans
too.
here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the
Second
scoreboard.
30.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point.
The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. Puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 44 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. This is caught. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Washington, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. And if you blinked, you probably missed that touchdown drive. It happened in a hurry.
I was just putting mustard on my hot dog, and all of a sudden he's in the end zone. I've got to do a better job of paying attention with this quick strike offense.
I thought you were going to tell your wife about the hot dogs in the booth thing.
I just did, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You did. Let's just feel it at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. He does have the 1 interception, Charles, but I think that's been more than offset by the 3 first-half touchdown passes.
I would agree with you. There is a blemish, but when you've thrown 3 touchdown passes to try and erase it, that's a little bit better than the ratio that all NFL coaches are seeking from their quarterbacks, and he's giving it to them.
They'll take the 3-1
every single time.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another 1st down as well. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing, Mayfield. Thomas has it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the 1st half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes. I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football. I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone.
Another touchdown.
Touchdown. Eric Ebron his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Last season,
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
First and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Washington. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
I get pretty good wings and times.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a third time. Picked off by Denzel Ward. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Man, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. And his throw is incomplete. Eric Rowe that time able to knock that pass away.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Dumping it off for Johnson. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Wide open receiver complete.
Is it Coco? The heartbeat.
A big play there just before halftime. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. As they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Here's Mayfield. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on second and goal.
Maybe to make this, I will.
Mayfield with it once more. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. So there you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go.
Get ball back to
Kowski now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the... Here's the Browns offense now
They
getting
can't-
set
they
to
can't
start
stop
off this
Michael
third quarter.
Thomas.
They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here. 1st and 10. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Set! Blue 30!
The drive will start with Connor, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
If they beat Pittsburgh,
If these guys going to
go
chop
on
into
some
that
record.
deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Blue 30!
Again, it's Connor.
Wow.
Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it, but a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully. I'm still an old-school football guy, and anytime you see a big-time running play, that fires me up. And if I'm on offense right now, in the position they're in now, inside the 10-yard line, I think after the way they've run it, they've set themselves up for a good play-action pass opportunity right here.
You know the fun thing is, it was against my team. Patriots.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Myles Garrett in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
I know.
Chalk that up as their
Giants
first
was the
sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game.
Yeah, man, it was the first one we talked about that
even
Super
more
Bowl.
exotic pressure.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the
That's like
offense
it's
and say,
fourth
what's going on
interception.
with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Well, that'll get them the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook. but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And now it's second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
And he comes back with one complete. And down he'll go at the 25. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
He's got the hook up to Lee. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
Detroit!
And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. On second down, Mayfield again. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Lee's got it over the middle. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. Now Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Oh, another great move. Finding room inside the 40. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. That one goes for 36 yards.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
Roethlisberger will hand a counter, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Black 80.
On second down, Roethlisberger. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're nice. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Christian Kirksey coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Set. Blue 30.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Looking for the end zone. And this is going to be incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And this Browns defense stands tall. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw, Mayfield. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
They go play action. Mayfield over the middle, open is Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. You ready for a Captain Obvious comment?
Let's go. Go with it, please.
He had the 5 picks last week. He's got to be much more pleased. Just the 1 interception. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And not only is he pleased, his entire team is. Because...
And this throw will be intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. 20, 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he spins through. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Raekwon McMillan, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now as a quarterback. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 23. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. Landry, the intended target. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defensive coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And the Steelers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Wow.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Now it's Duke Johnson here on the return. Spins by. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. His throw incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
Now Roethlisberger. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Here's Roethlisberger. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
On the left side, it's McDonald. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. He'll get this one to Switzer.
What?
A very solid gain of 27. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here's Roethlisberger. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Vance McDonald, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. Gostkowski, an extra point.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan.
Wow.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes.
Wow.
Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
I'm a good passer.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slant. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. He's back to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Grady Jarrett in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
Almost
a great
off.
job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown.
They got it.
So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. So getting the big touchdown they needed late in the 4th. Now what do? You conservative and just tie it up?
No, I think you put your practice into game situation. Go as fast as possible. You already have your play call ready to go. Go for 2 and decide it right now.
This is fielded at the goal line. Uses the spin. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. They have a little bit of time here to get in the field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now Mayfield. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears. They get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25.
Stop.
He'll look to throw. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well. Now a desperation throw deep down.
And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Browns, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they will head home.
Okay, that was a fun game. Yes, I did. I was afraid I was going to do that. This is on Madden. Yeah. I got that skill. I thought I could lose it. Now me and Pittsburgh gonna sound very good.
Now, let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
Yeah. For the Titans. Yeah, let's see. I still have a chance to get the first one by. I just need the coach to text us 1-2 games. I get the first one by. I could. Okay, I first both of them too. Huh? That's 3 games. I just need at least beat one of them. If I try to beat the Titans. Look at me. I first a sucky team. Oh, it wasn't that good to me though. But that was crazy game. Yeah. That's about. I'm at 88 overall. I'm trying to get a bounce to the Super Bowl. I'm trying to take the bounce. And bounce now being the Super Bowl. No, I just take him to the Super Bowl. That's not go. Before the next. Yeah. Yeah. Really?
Hello again,
That first half was easy. The second half, really got hard though. It just got hard though. How long the game is going, it just got harder for me.
The scoreboard says goose eggs right now, but
Second
we might
half
be
got
changing
harder.
that momentarily. The offense with the football in the red zone. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. That's caught. It's Thomas. The numbers for Thomas from last week's effort. 7 catches, 88 yards, and a touchdown.
3rd in the league in receiving yards, and that's a strong number. That means he's being consistent each and every time out.
Drops it off for Chubb. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. And again, it's Mayfield. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jayon Brown coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss.
A pretty big early test for the defense coming up. What can they dial up here to try and thwart this third down situation? Third and long here for Mariota. Dumps it off to Lewis. And he showcased the spin, but couldn't do much else as he's wrangled. So it's third down, ball inside the red zone, and his defense looking to get the stop they need. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry. This offense has marched the ball down the field nicely. In good position, can they finish the drive off? 1st and 10 in the red zone. From the red zone now, Mayfield. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. The Browns on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing, Mayfield, and incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple of... Second quarter, this defense looking for a big third down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense. Mariota from the gun on third down. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Let's get back into the action. The situation, ball in the red zone. It's second down, and the defense needing to step up. Now a second down throw for Mariota. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Again, it's Mariota. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Myles Garrett in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Throwing is Mariota. And it's caught. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And the kick by Butker is good. And they bump the lead up to 4. Well, points have been hard to come by in this one, and it's the third quarter. Defenses have reigned supreme. Can the defense reign supreme once more on third down? Let's find out. Now Mayfield, pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. This will be from 49 yards out. And this one is right through. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. We jump into the action. It's second down and 3, and the ball in the red zone. Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Mayfield. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage.
A lead change may very well be forthcoming as this offense in field goal range already and looking for more here in the fourth quarter. From the red zone now, Mariota. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Mariota throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Demarius Randall that time there to knock it free.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him.
Mariota to throw it. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. This defense in need of a big stop in a tight game in the fourth quarter. Let's see if they can get that stop they need. On third down, Mariota. And that's complete to Lewis. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down in. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by David Anderson. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch, though.
It was, and there is something special about games played in the snow because the element of surprise really kicks in. You don't know how they're going to handle the ball.
Now, let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
winning. What's this up? To do so. that's a lot too. 6.